Am I the asshole for locking myself in my office when we have company? I, 36 female, took in my mother during the pandemic after some medical issues. I never made her move out after. It works for us. She has her own bedroom and bathroom. We share other spaces and I work from home most of the time so I can look after her. My stepdad died about a decade ago and she was lonely. It made sense for us. As mentioned, I work from home most of the time, and a lot of times I'm in some kind of Teams meeting or call. Yes, even those that could be emails, but that's not important. So I don't really have time for chit-chat during office hours. My mom's sister, aka my aunt, tends to drop by unannounced to visit my mom, which I don't really mind, but she had a tendency to step into my office without knocking while I'm working.
NTA.
And start talking to me about her neighbor's sister's kid who did blah, blah, blah.
No. Lock the fucking door.
I've more than once explained to her that I'm working or I'm on a call and I can't really chat right now, but she just keeps talking like nothing happened.
Oh my god, that sucks.
There is no Zoom call that you're on right now. Today she actually announced to my mom she was coming over. I reminded my mom to tell her I'm working and on calls and can't be disturbed, and my mom agreed she would tell her not to bother me. But just to be safe, I locked my office door so she couldn't walk in. Despite my mom telling her, she came upstairs and tried to open the door. When it didn't open, she started knocking and calling out, "Hello, it's me, open up." I didn't respond at first as I was on a call with a client, but she kept banging on the door so loudly I ended up having to put the client on hold.
Oh my god.
I told her without opening the door I was on a call and could not talk right now. My aunt left in a huff. Now she's bombarding my mom with texts about how rude I was for locking myself in my office, knowing I was having company. So am I the asshole?
No.
We're already at not the asshole territory. There's an update and then an update to the update. And go to dinner for a few hours, return to Reddit only to find this has exploded. First of all, thank you all for your confirmation that it isn't on me. I did not think I was the asshole, but there's always that hint of doubt when you're like, maybe I should have poked my head out and said hello real quick.
Yeah.
But the truth was it was a very busy day today and I just hadn't had the time. Now for the update. After I finished my workday, I took my mom out for dinner and we discussed the matter. She hasn't responded to any of her sisters, my aunt's texts, because she is fully on my side. I know people are asking why my mom didn't stop her. My mom isn't very mobile anymore. My aunt simply got up from her seat and took off upstairs despite my mom's warning.
Where is she going to beat her up? Oh my god.
Violence,
She's so
violence.
Rude. My god.
We discussed it over dinner and we agreed that my aunt simply is no longer welcome during office hours since it's the only way to stop this behavior. Either she can pick up my mom to go to a coffee shop and talk, come after office hours, or come over on the one day I work in office. My aunt seems pretty pissy about it, calling their brother, my uncle, to complain also, but he texted me earlier saying he told her how wrong she was and apparently her husband had also told her she was wrong, so now she's currently stomping her feet at home because everyone is saying she's wrong. Delightful woman she is, remind me to one day post the story about her Disneyland trip. Anyway, TLDR, mom and I decided she's no longer welcome at my house during office hours. Update to the update. This is the Cliff Notes version of the Disneyland story. She has twin boys, and for their birthday, she booked a trip to take them and one of their friends out to Disneyland.
Okay.
The friend ended up canceling last minute and told me if I paid the friend's share, I could go. Reasonable enough, I figured, why not? Why not?
Why not?
Reasonable why not?
That's the name of the show.
Why not? God
Why
damn.
not?
Reasonable enough, I figured, why not?
Yeah.
I was 16 at the time. This story is like 20 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm European, so this is Disneyland Paris I'm talking about, and I'm not from France, so this is an international trip.
Yeah.
This becomes important later. My cousins are maybe 10-ish at this point. So anyway, we're in the parks, and she has been a menace all trip already, but I'm dealing with it.
Okay.
It's the last day, about 5 hours before we have to take our train back home. International traveling train with customs, etc. Like a plane would only be less warning time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
One of my cousins wants to go on the rock and roll roller coaster. The other one doesn't. The line is like 5 minutes or less, so my aunt tells me to go with him and she'll wait at the exit with our bags. So I leave my bag containing my phone, my ID, my money, everything in her care. 10 minutes later, me and my cousin get out of the ride and she is gone.
No.
So I start looking around, cannot find her. After half an hour of waiting, maybe they went to the bathroom or something, still nothing. We go check the bathrooms, neighboring rides, the works, no aunt. I have no phone on me to call her, and with us having to leave for the train in 4 hours, I get nervous. I'm a 16-year-old with a 10-year-old at my hand, and no money, no ID, no phone, nothing. So I decide to go to the lost kids department and explain my situation. They end up calling her through the park's intercom. Another hour goes by, no aunt.
What the hell, girl?
I remember my dad's phone number back home so I could use Disney's landline to call him.
Yeah, this is why you remember phone numbers,
Yeah,
guys.
you need to know at least a couple phone numbers if you're able to, yeah.
Yeah.
He tries calling her cell phone, my cell phone, no response whatsoever. At this point, I have like an hour or less before the train leaves, and I'm in hysterics because I couldn't board this train without money or ID, let alone with another minor.
God.
My cousin at this point, seeing my panic, is crying his eyes out, so I'm also dealing with a scared child. I'm barely an adult myself.
Oh, no.
My dad eventually tells me it makes no sense for him to drive out to Paris right now to go back to our hotel. He'll pay for another night, and he'll come pick us up in the morning. So I take my cousin back to the hotel, explain the situation, and the receptionist hears me say my name and says, "Oh, sweetheart, I have a note for you. It's a note from my aunt. Gone to dinner. See you on the train." At this point, I have half an hour to run to the station, hoping we'll still get through customs where she's supposed to be waiting. I make it with 15 minutes to spare. I'm out of breath and fuming. We end up making it through customs, God only knows how, and manage to get on the train literally as the doors close on us. I call my dad to explain the update, and he's also fuming at this point, to which my aunt turns to me and goes, "I don't know why you're so mad. I left a note at the hotel and brought you something to eat," and hands me a frickin' dinner roll. I took my stuff, went to the dining car with my cousin, who she almost had abandoned, and gave him the biggest slice of chocolate cake my budget could buy, and never came back to our seats to talk to her.
Am I overreacting for breaking up with my boyfriend and refusing to give back the gifts he got me?
Ooh.
So I'll read the original post.
Okay.
And then I'm going to read the text. Okay, so I started going out with this guy, and it was great at first. We talked all the time. We would text every day with good night and good morning texts. Well, in around January, that stopped happening, and I tried my best to keep it up, but it was like I was getting no effort back. So I just wanted to see how long it would go on for, and well, our 7 months was not too long ago, and I had sent him a message breaking up with him. Well, while we were together, he had built me a vanity and got me a pair of boots, which, yes, I understand they were expensive, but he gave me the option between the vanity or the boots. Am I the asshole for giving all the stuff back except for the boots and vanity? I'm not at home right now, so it's sitting on the curb for him, courtesy of my mom. I also had blocked him at one point, but then he proceeded to text my mom.
Okay.
Okay. So OP. Hey, I just wanted to say something that's been on my mind. Lately, it feels like we've grown distant and we don't really talk like we used to. I care about you a lot, but I'm starting to feel like things aren't really moving forward between us. I think it might be best for both of us to let go. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And then the boyfriend. How long have you felt like this? Okay. OP. Not long, but at the same time, long enough to know that personally I won't be happy and it will affect our relationship. This will be OP's voice, and then the boyfriend's voice. I'm gonna
do it. Do the voice. Do it.
I'm not sure if you're expecting me to go out of my way even more for you, or if you don't think I'm spending enough time with you, but I've been giving our relationship every single second of free time I have when I'm not at work.
Okay, sure. Doesn't seem like it, but all right.
You want more attention?
More?
No, I'm breaking up with you.
So, like, you want more, right?
You're so needy. Okay.
All right, okay.
No, it's not spending time. Even during the week, all we do is snap. We rarely have a conversation during the week, even a simple phone call after work. Yeah, I work 9.5-hour days, 4 days a week. And on Friday, I work a minimum 8-hour day, so I don't always have any energy left. If you want me to call you, just mention something to me.
So you work a normal schedule? Like, before you said the extra day, I was like, wait, hold on a second. You still have an extra day off in the week?
I know, but it's
That's
a normal
also shitty.
amount.
It's still a normal-ish, like...
And it's exhausting. I've worked 40-hour weeks before.
Sure, yeah.
But
more than 40, yeah. Like,
actually, yeah, we were doing the podcast at the same time I was doing a 40-hour. But we were also in a relationship, you know?
Yeah, so...
It wasn't that hard.
We could make it work. Yeah, you can... Okay.
I didn't think I'd have to be honest. I'm sorry that I feel differently about this than you do, and I do understand you work that much, but it's not like I was asking for you to give me your life story every night, more of just how your day was. And I try to, but I forget sometimes, or I have shit to do after work.
Okay, so you're not really apologizing. Like, if you said you forget sometimes, like, and you have, like,
fine.
ADHD, but then going back and falling on the sword of, like, I got shit to do.
Even if you don't have ADHD, it's fine to forget.
No, yeah, for
Especially
sure.
if you're overworked.
Yeah.
I think he's coming from, at this point, like, what he's saying is not insane.
It's not the worst.
What's insane is that he's being kind of like, why am I the bad guy?
Yeah, that's the part that I'm not enjoying right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, I guess. But you do realize the couple of times we have called, it's because I called you. I like talking. I couldn't care less about money being spent on me. What's more important to me is having conversations.
Yeah.
And the only time we ever really do that is when we see each other. Yeah, I understand, but I tried my hardest to make as much time for you as possible. But I guess it wasn't enough for you. Maybe I should have stopped hanging out with my friends altogether.
Okay.
Or quit my job to spend more time with you.
Okay, dude. Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, that's the point where it's like, all right, dude.
All right. Okay.
Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Now you're trying to be. Now you're a dick. Yeah.
Good night, because if I continue this conversation, I will most likely say something I'll regret. Good job. Good job with that. All right, that's fine, but I need to know when I can give you all your things back. I know you're free tomorrow, so just pick a time and I'll give you all your things back and I'll grab mine. What do you want back? I know your hoodies, but what else? And I am busy tomorrow as I picked up a shift.
Yeah.
Well, the hoodies for sure. I gave you a t-shirt I want back, and I'll give you the option of whether you want to keep the vanity or the boots. I don't care which one.
I'll give you the option if you want to keep. I'm doing you a favor, actually, right now. What?
So here's the kicker, man. I thought they were gifts. They were when you were my girlfriend. Not how'd that work? My mom said you tried to text me, and this is like at a later point in time. Yup, all day. I'm just trying to get a date and time when you're home so we can give each other our things back. I don't know when I will be. We're currently slammed right now because of Canada Day today. Okay, when do you go home next? I'm not sure. I'm currently on my way to Richmond Hill, and I have to go back tomorrow as well. Okay, well, I want this done this week.
I want this on my desk.
Yeah.
End of week.
Yeah. So text me whenever you know when you're home. I will let you know when I have time. If anything, I will drop off your stuff. I don't care about anything. Burn it all for all I care. How are you going to drop off the makeup desk? It won't fit in your mom's car. Why do you assume I'm giving you the vanity? And even still, we can get my boss's kid to help me. That's fine. However you want to give it back works. Okay. Have you figured out a day yet? I'm working till Saturday. I will let you know, like I've said multiple times.
Yeah, stop fucking, like, I get, this is already fucked. This is already fucked.
I know.
Yeah, okay, no, Jesus Christ.
My mom has put a bag of all the gifts you've gotten me, including the necklace, anything I've kept from dates, the shirts and hoodies, and everything else in a Walmart bag outside on the curb. If you would like all that, I would suggest going to get it before garbage day. Have a wonderful life, blank's name. You seem to have forgotten about the vanity, which is not yours to keep.
Fuck up.
And I think you seem to have forgotten these were gifts. It's not something borrowed. I know you're a little slow sometimes, but come on, ex-boyfriend's name. You're not that stupid. You're so set on the idea of getting the vanity back that you forgot that you gave me the option of giving the boots that are formed to my feet. So unless you plan on wasting $400 on burning them because they ain't gonna be comfortable for another girl, I'd suggest to look up what a gift means, because I've asked everyone about this and they all think I should be keeping both.
Yes.
And also, I would like to say I never would have expected you to act like this, and it makes me wonder if we were to have gotten into an argument, how you would have acted.
Yeah.
An argument is one thing. You breaking up with me on our 7-month anniversary and being a complete C-word about it is another.
No.
When was I a C-word about it? I did it maturely and explained why I was feeling this way. It was you who started being a dick about it. I had to back away because I know myself. I knew I wasn't going to be happy much longer because I wanted to text and call. But to you, that meant you had to quit your job and stop hanging out with your friends. Both me and my mom talked about it and how the exact line was when I should stop texting because she knew I was going to say something that would hurt. Which now I couldn't care less because you want to be a dick. I'll be one back. Now, like I said, your shit is on the road because I'm not home, and myself and my mom don't want you in the apartment. As for anything I have given you, that is your choice what you want to do with it, because they were gifts meant just for you, no one else. Notice how I'm not asking for them back because they were gifts for you? Take note on that. And that's the end of the shit.
Wow, dude.
And I just really want to, point out 7 months.
7 months.
And this is happening.